Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. So in today's video, we're going to share a recipe and how we make our herbal salve. You know, this is just such a great little product that we carry in our store that we make here on our farm. And I mean, we use it from everything from cuts and scrapes and bruises, scars, diaper rash, the little split skin on your around your nails. It's just such a good multi-use salve to put on your skin for so many different things. It's one that our customers love, and it's probably the one we've gotten the most feedback on over the years. So we just wanted to share the recipe with you today and how we make it. So before we get started, I just want to go over the different herbs that we're going to be using in this mixture and kind of let you know what their benefits are. So the first one that we're going to use is plantain. Plantain has antiseptic properties, and it can help draw the poison from like insect bites and bee stings. And it also contains compounds that kind of help encourage new cells to grow. The second herb that we're going to use is calendula. Some people call it marigold. Calendula is a great antimicrobial, antifungal, and then also an anti-inflammatory herb, and it can help with like eczema and then other skin irritations. So yarrow is the third herb that we're going to use, and it's known to help stop bleeding due to its alkaloid achillin, which helps the coagulation of the blood. So rosemary is the fourth herb that we're going to use, and it's really just a good source of rich antioxidants and anti-inflammatory compounds. So our fifth herb is comfrey, and kind of like plantain, it contains a substance that helps for new skin cells to grow. But this would be like the one herb that might be a little controversial, and you may want to leave out in this mixture because it also contains an alkaloid, which a lot of people say can cause liver damage. So, you know, we consulted a few herbalists when we were making this, and they love comfrey. They use it in some of their salves, and they said they would have no reservations using it. So we decided to, and we've never had any issues with it. But if that's something you're concerned about, I would just, you know, leave that herb out. And as far as the equipment goes for this, it's pretty basic. I mean, we just use a crock pot that kind of acts as our double boiler for us to infuse the herbs in. Another pot, measuring jars. We use a coffee filter to strain the mixture out of, and then whatever you want to package your salve in. So for us, we actually sell this, so we have it in 1.5 ounce jars. And so this batch that we're going to make today, it actually makes 17 1.5 ounce jars. First, start by measuring out all of the herbs by weight. Next, we add 24 ounces of olive oil. Give it a good shake to mix it up, and then place it in your crock pot. I add as much water in the crock pot as possible to allow for evaporation. Set the crock pot on keep warm for a minimum of 6 hours to infuse the oil. I leave mine on for 24 hours. After the infusing time, measure out 3 ounces of beeswax and melt in a pot. Then I filter the infused olive oil with a fine mesh coffee filter. And I save the discarded herbs as a treat for our goats. Now I add the filtered, infused olive oil to the melted beeswax and heat on low until the mixture is fully melted. Now it's finally time to pour the finished product into jars and label for sale. I don't like to see anything go to waste, so I'll remelt the hardened salve in my glass pitcher and fill up the remaining jars. We hope you enjoyed this video. You know, our family puts out these videos like this because we just want to help people out. So, I mean, if you're just a DIYer and you're just looking to make a good product to have in your cabinet for yourself, that's great. Or even if you're another small company like us and you want to make another product to put on your shelves to sell, we hope that it brings you as much success as it's brought us. All this experience and knowledge that we've gained over the years, if we don't share it, it's to us it's pretty worthless. So I hope you appreciate these videos. If you haven't done so already, we hope you'll consider hitting the notification button and subscribing to our channel, where we're going to put out more videos like this. And in the meantime, if you want to watch this video right here, where we show you how we make our goat milk shampoo bars. So we'll hope to see you next time.